name is Wole Soyinka, and glad I'm able to be here for this literary festival and the celebration of the university. Marvelous experience, shall we say, of attending the tertiary institution in two different cultures, two geographies, two different backgrounds, but linked in some way. I began with the University of Ibadan in Nigeria, which was a very new university comparatively, and then moved on to Leeds University because in Ibadan in Nigeria they didn't have the course which I wanted. I wanted a degree in literature, and I was very lucky in the sense that I had some remarkable professors, and it's something which I wish all students would have. I had the famous Shakespearean scholar, G. Wilson Knight, who opened my eyes to many aspects of literature. Then I had somebody I like to refer to as the ultimate pagan. His name was Boname Dobre. He was a medievalist, and therefore he was steeped in a kind of culture which was very close to mine, the medieval period, and so there was a kind of empathy. But going to England also was for me a huge adventure. Never left the country before. I was very young, and I was very full of curiosity. I've always been. And I also met people from different cultures, not just from British culture. And I think as a general principle, if I could, I would make all students go to university away from their home. As I was saying earlier, I was very lucky to encounter the kind of staff which was in Leeds, which believed very much in creative writing as well. Now, creative writing was not a discipline, but it was sort of a kind of extracurricular. And we had a marvelous poet, his name was Thomas Blackburn, who was a poet and was a fellow in poetry. Somebody had endowed a chair at the time. So we were able to interact with a creative person in addition to just struggling for our degree. Professor Jeffars, who was from the Antipodes, I think was an Australian, who then introduced Commonwealth literature. And so we sort of moved from what you might call the standard line of British, I think it used to call English literature, to something broader, to American literature, Australian and Commonwealth literature. And so it was there I discovered on my own Asian literature, Japanese poetry, even some Chinese literature, which for its time, was pretty advanced. In terms of, shall we say, adjustment and finding a place within the outside world, I think today's students find themselves confronted not merely by the internal politics of their society, the haves, the have-nots, the marginalized, the problem of economics, of opportunity, anxiety about, shall we say, even jobs and so on, but also confronted by the menace of racism, of xenophobia, and most critical of all, in my view, the fundamentalist religious rampage that's overtaken the world.